what is the meaning of project management? That is not a kind of question I want to answer, okay? I want questions that Google cannot answer. That is why we call it a career clarity session, okay? So let's get right to it. So if you are going to drop your questions could be around two major things. It could be around your personal thing, like, oh, I'm a middle-level career person. I'm looking to transition. I have done this and that. This is what I'm thinking. I just need someone to bounce it off. I need someone to, what do you think? And things like that. Now, it could be like, oh, I'm a beginner. I just finished NYSC, or I'm about to serve. I'm even an undergraduate, whatever it is, like, and someone has told me to go and learn data analysis. Whatever, things like that. Not, please define project. I don't define in my clarity sessions, okay? I don't define. People don't pay me to come and listen to definitions of things. And this time is paid for, right? My time is paid for. So it is not, I don't want to come and be answering this kind of question. I can just type on your phone and you will answer it. So the kind of questions we are going to be dealing with in this career clarity session are things that require a human being to process, to use their experience to answer it. So please go ahead. I can see Marcatello. Those are some of my students on, I think, batch 2 of the Skilled for Work Workplace Foundational Skills Program. So I can see some of my students here, even if they have access to ask us questions on the program, they still want to join this free clarity session because like they keep getting insights whenever they join. So now, please type your questions, give as much information as possible. I always call it the audits. We can audit people's life here. Why? I always say, no matter how fast you race in the wrong direction, you will not arrive the right destination. You won't arrive the right destination because you're only racing, you're only fast, but are you going in the right direction? No. So one of the reasons I started doing this is let people stop racing in the wrong direction. I see a lot of people wake up, say, oh, I need to upskill. I need to upskill my career. I need to do this. And they just listen, oh, my colleague, I heard you did that MBA. Is that school good? Let me do an MBA. So even when professionals with several years of experience come to me and they're asking those kind of questions, like, and I'm telling them, do you even realize that you may not need any MBA or MSc, this thing? What you may be lacking may just be workplace skills, which an MBA won't solve for you, right? So, which is why at the very beginning, I always preach clarity. Now, one of the fastest way to achieve clarity around, because most people's thing is always like, how do I get a remote job? Or how do I land a job? Or what course do I take to get promoted? Those are the kind of questions I get often, right? And the next thing I'm asking is, have you done a gap analysis? And I start to hear things like, what is that? I said, oh, so you wanted to go and invest thousands of dollars in MBA, in MSc, in whatever. And like you have not done a gap analysis around how that thing you are investing money in is going to help you achieve your goal. So if you find me, there's one of the things I'm always talking about. It's always like, I always say, look, the first question you should ask yourself, whether it is you're trying to get a promotion, you are trying to transition, you are trying to start from the beginning as a recent graduate, anything at all, always ask yourself, what is my goal? That's the first question. Even when I'm working with all the senior professionals in my advanced program, which is the Global Opportunities Program, the beginning part of that course, of that program, is brand clarity, because I always tell them that there is no point in you building a LinkedIn profile if you are not clear about the messaging you want people to call you for speakership, for international engagements. People only reach out to you based on the fact that you have clarity on what you have expertise in. So not that you wake up one morning and say you're optimizing LinkedIn and all you did was dump your CV on your LinkedIn and you call it optimization. Then you start to tell the person that did it for you that it did not work. I said, it would not work because your CV cannot be your profile. You need to build a profile that clearly communicates, this is what I want to position for. That is for experienced professional in this regard. But then that is on the Global Opportunities Program. But What I'm trying to emphasize is, even on the program where I have people who have 30 years of experience, I've worked with ex-presidential experience on that particular framework, it's the same thing I go through, like clarity first. Don't be racing when you don't have clarity around the message you are passing. Don't race. It is somewhat, and if you say I want to scale, it means that thing is already working. If you say I want to accelerate, it means it is already working. Not that you are not clear, then you start to race. Where are you racing to, right? And that is most people's problem I see these days, because they've heard that, hey, gain skills, so do this, upskill, do personal development, do all that, yada, yada, yada. And they start to race. They see their friend, their colleague, their whatever. They say, that my friend has taken that course, that my distance has taken that course. They start to race without first stopping to say, what is my goal? And look, why is it, even on my program at the Skill for Work Academy, the module 1, I gave people free access to that clarity session. Why? To that module. It is a clarity module. It's the same thing that is on our paid program, but like the mode, which is the module 1, is free. That's why I always say, look, it is important that whether you're going to take my program or not, you have clarity around what you are supposed to be doing for growth. Now, if you now choose to learn the skills with Skill for Work Academy or iTrain Africa, is a different thing. But you taking the program and not understanding if it is even going to help your personal growth is doing nonsense. I always tell people, don't invest your time in nonsense. No. Please, I'm waiting for your questions in the comment section, which is, I always say, I will teach for 15, 20 minutes, then I'll start to take your questions. Please offer me as much information. Don't ask me, how can I get a job? How can I, and you are not giving me your background. You are not giving me, oh, I'm a graduate, I finished with this thing, this is what I have taught, this is the course I have taken, this is what I'm thinking of doing. Don't tell me, give me questions like, how can I get a job? How can I get a remote job? It's not a question. It is not a question. Do you understand? That is not a clarity question. If you ask me that kind of question, just say, oh, you can find remote jobs on LinkedIn. It's that simple. It's not a clarity question. It's an informational question. You can find it on Fiverr, Indeed, LinkedIn, and all that. It's an informational question. It's not a clarity question. Do you understand me? So please, as you are composing your message, give me information to work with. And if you're in this my room, if you've never done your clarity session, Moina, please drop links to 16 personality tests in this comment section. 16 personality tests. I will need you to take a personality test to determine, because some people don't find the wrong careers. So they will never get to the apex of that career because they are not happy doing what they are doing. And if you say, it's too late, I restarted my career in the 4th year of my PhD. Let's be clear. I had finished my bench work. In fact, it was on my journey of completing when I got to the UK, and I got there and I realized that, oh, this, like, no. Like, I asked myself questions. I have a PhD in chemistry. So brilliancy is not my problem. I'm brilliant and all that, academically brilliant, which is why I keep telling people that no matter how fast I was racing, I was really racing. I was doing well. Do you understand? So I'm doing well in something does not mean that is the right thing. So I always say, look, I changed career course in 2020. That is when I started iTrain Africa, and see how big iTrain Africa has become. So when people tell me the only reason I cannot switch, I cannot transition, I cannot do whatever, especially professionals on my advanced program, I always say, how long have you been there? How long are you going to live the rest of your life? So, hello, like, just wait. So now, because typically this is around career, I always like to establish ground rules. What is ground rule? Like the common questions, like what do I need for employability? Because I know that question is going to be common. So nobody asks me, I will quickly teach it and say, okay, let's get this over with so that we understand the basics. So I'm going to be covering in this particular teaching session, like the 5 major things you need to become employable. Please, I did not say 5 major things you need to get that, or where you will get a job. I said you need to be employable. Why is that? Why am I saying you need to be employable? Even people that run NGOs, UNICEF, WHO, United Nations, they will not give you job as a favor. Let's be clear. I tell people when they come to me, how do I get a job? I say, what do you have? What does the employer want? So if you are in this room and your typical question is, how do I get a job? How do I get a remote job? I said, please reverse the question and say, what does the employer of a remote job person want that I have? Because nobody gives you a job, a global opportunity as a favor to you. No, it does not happen. No one gives you a job as a favor. No one gives you a global opportunity as a favor. So instead of you saying, how can I get the job? You're asking yourself, how can I meet up to what the employer or the person giving the opportunity, how can I measure to the standard that they are asking? Clear. Hope is not a strategy. I hope I get that opportunity. I hope I get the job is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. I sit down with people in clarity sessions like this, 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours, they pay me over 200,000. I will sit down and say, this is the strategy. People that pay me millions for coaching, I say, what I sit down and do first is, what is your life history? Where are you? What do you have? Let's create it. When I do all that, that's what I call gap analysis. This is where you want to be. You want to get to the US to read. You want to get the job with UNICEF. What do you have? Tell me your life history. We do a gap analysis. We look for the ideal job that he's trying to apply for. I don't go and apply for it. There's currently a client I'm coaching. He's a health project manager. He's a medical doctor. I said, look, even if we found a UNICEF job on LinkedIn, that one is common knowledge. Like, you will find the job. There are thousands of jobs on LinkedIn. I said, but we cannot apply this thing. What we are going to do is do a gap analysis. What does the employer want you to have? So if you don't meet it, we are not applying for that job. We are going to do, that is what we call gap analysis. I want to get that opportunity. I said, have you done gap analysis for it? When you look through that job, do you meet it? No one is going to give you a job or a global opportunity as a gift, as, oh, this my sister is fine in the face. Why? It is a job. They need people to deliver on the job. Do you understand me? They need a task to be done. So they will not give someone who does not have the capacity to do it. So instead of you saying, well, go to school, I said that no, your certificate doesn't do the employer any good. Your certificate will not get the job done. I keep telling people that when you come to my office, imagine I hire a graduate now, and I say, oh, I am saying, let me hire her because she's a graduate. And you come into our DM, that you are chatting that graduate, and the graduate, you are asking the graduate question, the person is not answering you. And when I say, why are you not answering me? Say, but I'm a graduate. Will you be happy? The next thing you're going to ask that sales rep, you're telling me is like, are you all right? You're sending me your certificate. You're showing me your certificate to say you're a graduate. Don't talk to me like that. Whereas the job that you are employed to answer me, you are not answering me. So I always say this because I always say, if you are the one, you walk into a bank, you want to go and collect your money. You want to go and collect your money and you meet the customer service person there. And the person doesn't know how to do that job. Will you be happy? You are going to raise fire. But you know, because I say, please, I'm a graduate. I'm sure you will be like, something is wrong with you. How does that concern me? Do you understand? So when people go round and round and say, we are not getting the job, I say, but you don't have what they need. So the only logical approach, I always say, become employable. Now, the question people now say, okay, now, I understand. How do I become employable? Which is why you I keep saying it, employability. Are you employable? Are you employable for the job that is out there? And no, I don't want to ever hear that there are no jobs. I know how painstaking it is for me, my partners, my friends, people like me to recruit. It is painful. You will put out a job, you will interview 30 people, you will not find one person, and they are all graduates. It is painstaking. So I always define, like, do not ever say, how do I get a job? I'm going to skip all this, all right? And I'm going to stay here. This particular thing I'm telling you, if you can just listen and say, okay, finally, I will take a step back and ask myself, what do I need? What don't I have that the employer is asking for? And it doesn't matter the stage of career you are in, whether you're a middle level, senior level, beginner, or whatever. The only reason you're not getting to that next step is because you do not have what is required for that next step. And now, what is required is what I'm going to explain here. And I say, why is it important? Why is clarity important? Millions of Africans are taking certifications online that they don't need. They are taking what? Certifications online that they don't need. Someone in this room is going to spend the next 2 years doing an MBA that they don't need. And I'm just looking, because the truth is, I would know I have 3 degrees. I would know. So instead of you, because you are busy taking advice from a career advisor that's never seen beyond the shores of their country or locality, you are busy taking advice from a career advisor or a parent or an auntie that in their own time, the only logical way was, please finish school, do MSc and PhD. Hello? If you know how much professors are being paid. I taught at the university for 2 years. So I always tell people that I have seen it. I worked with the Museum for the United Nations, Natural History Museum of London, remotely out of my country. So when I tell you this, I would say, I've seen the academic side, I've seen the professional side, I'm a founder. So it means I understand the entrepreneurship. I have seen it. So please, always ask, instead of me to be doing what used to be the status quo, which was to keep packing degrees and certification, I can share my screen on, show you several jobs on LinkedIn right now, and you'll be seeing it. There are some that they will not even ask for a degree. Did I say some? More than half will not even ask for a degree. But you'll be saying, competent in these skills, have these skills, have that skills. So many people go ahead and list it on their CV, right? They list it on their CV, right? They go ahead, list it on their CV. And that is always, when people come and say, Ma, I need a job. I say, Uncle, are you employable? And they start to look at me. Employability is having the knowledge, attitude, skills, traits that employers need. Did you see where they said employability is equals to certificates here? Or having the certificate that employers need? No. Having the degree, then no. So I always say, if this is what they need, the knowledge, aptitude, skills, and traits, again, ask yourself, am I employable? Please remember, nobody gives you job as a favor to you, even NGOs. So if you don't have this, that means you need to now say, all these things, how do I have it? So that you stop running around in circles. Now, when you talk about knowledge, whenever I say one of the things employers need is knowledge, people say, ah, that one, at least I check it. I have certificates. And I say, Auntie, you studied zoology in school. You are applying for content creator job, and you tell me you have knowledge, until you have a degree, you don't have knowledge. Because with respect to this job you want to do, you lack knowledge. So even that knowledge you don't have, what you have based on the employer needs is literacy. You are literate. Do you understand me? So even when people say they have knowledge, I say, you have education. Knowledge and education are not the same thing. You schooled, you may not be educated with respect to the job that you want to do. The second thing is what? People always say skills. I said what they fail to differentiate is skills in what regard? Their vocational skills, fashion designing, this one, that one. You see someone that went to learn fashion designing. They want to come and work in an EdTech. You say, do you have skills? Say, yeah, so I learned fashion design. And say you don't have skills. You have vocational skills that can help you. That you don't have skills. Now, skills can be divided into two broad categories: the hard skills and the soft skills. You know, the hard skills are the things that you went to maybe school, or you went to a certificate online to get, like, oh, I'm a medical doctor, I'm a project manager, I am a product manager, I'm a software developer. Those ones are hard skills. I always say the skills that gives you name. You know, I'm a virtual assistant. Those are the skills that give you name. That is the hard skill. That people say, I want to employ that is the skill. Now, there is soft skill. This particular one, I always call them skills that you can transfer to from one profession to the other, from one field to the other, from one workplace to the other. Any skill that falls in that category, they are soft skills. Meaning that you don't have to be an engineer to have that skill. You don't have to be a doctor to have it. You don't have to be a developer to have it. You don't have to be a content creator to have it. You don't have to be, like, it means that irrespective of the job I am doing, I need it on that job. Because even if hard skills is knowledge on the job, soft skills is more around how you do the job. Meaning that on the scale of if I have to weigh both of them, soft skills is above hard skill. And I did not say so. Harvard said 85% of career success is attributed to the soft skills you have. But no one is talking about it. Why? It is not easy to sell and say, because you will not say come and become a soft skill person. Do you understand? You will not say come and but it is easy to say come and become a project manager. Come and become a tech developer. Come and become a coding guru. It is easy to call it a name, hard skill. But the soft skill that would ensure you even get given the job, starting from how you write your email to apply for the job. Did you change the DP, the display picture of your Google accounts, so that your email is not landing in spam? Did you compose that email and paragraph it and format it? Did you align it? When you were reaching out in someone's DM, did you follow the conversation? Did you follow the 7-step approach for reaching out to someone that somebody will be able to reply you? All those things fall under communication, but no one is talking about it. No one is even teaching it. But you hear, it is important you have soft skill. Communication is important on the job. And see, how do you communicate on the job? You use Slack, you use email. This is how you write an email. This is the kind of message that goes into an email. This is the one that goes on Slack. This is what you don't say. This is what you say. Some people have not worked internationally despite they are really good at their job and they have experience. You know why? Cultural nuances. Cultural what? Nuances. They do not know how to speak the language of that particular global setting. They are sending emails that make them look somehow. So in the case of, let's say the person is a tech developer now, in the actual sense, they have the tech development skill. They can code for Africa. But guess what? They will not even see the lights of that job, because the email they send to pitch themselves is wishy-washy. So in the true sense, based on what I have seen, and yes, I have accessed applications before. When I was working with NHM, we were trying to recruit some youth distant from Africa and all that stuff. Trust me, I have seen. So like, we don't even get to the C, like I don't get to look at the CV. You know why? The cover letter they wrote will not even make me open the CV. So it is someone that opens the CV that will see that, that person can code. Oh, do you understand me? So what stops the person from getting that job is not because they did not go and take an art skill or learn tech or coding and all those things that they've got to learn, or learn all their data analysis or learn all their project. It is because they did not learn soft skill that will help them even get into the door. But you will see such a person will say, okay, maybe what I don't have is because when I was learning my coding, I learned it from this other school. They say that other school, when you have their certificates, you will get job. They will go again, carry all their investment, go and invest it in that coding school of the other school. They will learn it, certification, nothing. Why? They did not do gap analysis and say, what exactly don't I have? Until you sit down and say, what don't I have that is stopping me? You will keep investing and investing in what you don't need. I have seen professionals that have invested millions in personal development, but it is not actually personal development because they only acquired certifications that they don't need. And I always say it all the time. I have not seen a human being that hopes to be in any workforce, whether as an entrepreneur, academia, or this, that doesn't need soft skills. I call it workplace foundational skills. Why? When people say soft skills, I always say, okay, when you think about leadership, communication, and all those things, when you say life skills, you say selling, emotional intelligence, and all those things. I said, soft skills has gone, like if you are going to be categorizing work, employability skills into two, one is hard skills, one is soft skills. It means that I said, I define it as every other thing you need to work properly, be efficient, be productive, get into that work aside the main skill. So what it means is in the age of technology, workplace skills, soft skills, digital skills has become a compulsion, as it has become part of workplace foundational skills. So if you ask me, I would say anything from digital skills, life skills, soft skills, ability to organize, to manage are all under soft skills because it is now how you work, not what you know. I tell people, I did teaching at university 2 years. I have been an entrepreneur for 14 years. When I was going to get employed at Museum for the United Nations, they asked me a soft skill question. What was it? Oh, Darren, if you are going to do an innovation lab, what tool will you use to organize the hackathon and this now? Like, how will you go about it? I'm like, oh, of course, we need to have a brainstorming session. We use sticky notes. And say, oh, Darren, what if it is a virtual setting? I said, oh, of course, we're going to use Miro. It's a collaborative work tool. That was the end of the interview. A tool. They did not ask me if I knew the design thinking they were employing me for. They did not. So when I tell you, stop investing money, time, energy in the things you think is what is going to get you there. Do a proper gap analysis and ask yourself, what do I lack? And I always say it doesn't matter because like I said, I've worked with people from nothing less than 4 continents. In Africa, I've worked with maybe like 16 countries. I've worked with, there's the man I've worked that has the highest number of experience is 32 years. He works in the oil and gas. And when I say work with, typically I work with professionals in my Global Opportunities Program who are willing to like build it, like they have experience, but they don't know how to showcase that experience to attract global opportunities. So that one, those people, they don't lack experience, they don't lack skills, but of course they still lack soft skills because some of them have only worked locally, that they've not had to get certain soft skills that can help them do remote work, right? So for those ones, they have quite, they have things. They just don't know how to build such a profile. So on the GOP program, that is the Global Opportunities Program, I always help them, teach them how to do it. And they do it, that they start positioning on LinkedIn and they start attracting those opportunities. Now, even for those ones, I don't think there's any of them that I've ever worked with that I don't have to teach them certain soft skills that helped me to work remotely. I don't think there's any, and I've worked with nothing less than 600. I don't think there is one that I have not had to say, oh, if you had to do this work remotely, this is how you would do it. I don't think there's any of them. And they are high caliber people, top in ministry, ex-presidential experience, this and that, like top profile, that when they come out, they read their bio at events, you'll be like, oh, wow, oh, wow. So whenever I tell people that I don't even care what you are, you need the workplace foundational skills. I am not joking, because it took me. In fact, now that I think about it, I was working with a client recently who has worked internationally, even with the United Nations before. And I was teaching her something last week. I was working one-on-one with her on LinkedIn optimization and things like that. And I was showing her something on Google tools. And she was like, oh, wow, like, I didn't know that. And I'm like, yeah, right now, even if she has paid for the premium program and everything, she said, oh, Doc, I need to pay you for the workplace foundational skills, because I just realized that there's so many magic you're just doing whenever we are doing sessions, and I realized I don't know them. I said, oh, wow. I used to take it for granted, but I realized that a lot of people just don't have it, and people don't teach it. I don't think you go online, you say, oh, soft skills school. You will see soft skills, but soft skills school that teaches you how to deliver, like how to use that soft skill at work, like what exactly it is. Like, not soft skill, I would say communication at work is by sending email. No, I'm saying communication at work this is how you send email and share their screen and say, this is the email, this is the Slack you send. I don't think it exists until SFW. Now, the fourth thing that is required is personal attributes. You may have heard of it. You may have listed it on your CV and say, I can manage time. I can this one. Guess what? When they are interviewing you internationally, they don't interview you for, I can manage time that you listed on your CV. They give you case scenario. And that is what I do at the WFS. I don't care for you to say, everybody can lie and say, I can manage time. I can manage this thing. I can this thing. And I'm like, Which is why I'm not an easy interviewer. If you jam me in an interview, you will stammer. Because I would not give you, can you manage time kind of thing. I just say, oh, like, if you want to know if I'm saying the truth, like, go on our YouTube channel, like iTrain Africa. There is a video, batch 2. Muina, please drop the link in this thing. The batch 2 of the WFS, that's a Workplace Foundational Skill Program. They do live projects like twice during the program. They will come live. I will not tell them what they are going to do. They will come live. I don't know if there's anybody that is in batch 2 that is here. You can ask, as in say if I'm lying or not. And I will say, today's live this thing, this is the case scenario I'm giving you. I run this thing. This is what, as in, it's happening in my organization. I need you to create something for it and this thing. I give them 1 hour, 15 minutes. You see all those, I can manage time. I can structure. I can do this, all those attributes. It is there that will test it. I don't have time to be reading CV and be saying I can manage time. It is there, we will test it. I can work in a setting that is diverse system. It is there, we will test it. I remember one of my interns I had one time. I said, please sit in this meeting with me. You're going to do transcription. After the 1 hour meeting, I said, where did you say, Ma, I did not hear one thing that Indian said I could not transcribe. I said, but I will call you now. You will carry your name and say you are a virtual assistant. Sit in a meeting that will have people from diverse background. You cannot transcribe. Do you understand what I'm saying? So many people take the skills they list on their CV for granted, but they don't have it. Unfortunately, employers have moved on. They don't ask you the question like they are asking exam question. You must demonstrate it. You see that my client I was talking about, that I said she has worked with this thing before. She applied for a job before we had our session. When I taught her how to write a cover letter, she said, I cannot get that job. I said, why? I said, It was rubbish I wrote in that cover letter. Because I looked at her, she was translating her CV into cover letter. I said, what is this? I said, what is this? The only program I actually take that thing, cover letter and CV, was on the GOP. That's the advanced program. That particular advanced program is 268, 750 as at now. When I was creating WFS, that is the subsidized program right now, I look, when I got to module 6, I said, you know what, I'm going to teach these people how to create CV and cover letters, because at the end of the day, when they learn these skills, I need them to be able to pitch themselves well, to sell themselves in the market. And that was how I included it on lesson module 6 of the W. That's the Workplace Foundational Skills Program. So now I ask myself, why did I include such a knowledge I typically give only on my advanced program there? And I just say, you know what? Let them have it. Now, the last thing you should know is relevant experience. And where many professionals I've worked with get this wrong, whenever I say relevant, I don't put work experience. I say relevant experience. And I'll give you what relevance means. Before I got the UN Life job, I had worked academic, and everything. But when I was going to pitch at that interview, I talked about the 3 months contract experience I had. 3 months, like 3 months. I was not pitching my PhD. I was not pitching my 2 years university teaching experience. I was not pitching all that, because to them, it is not relevant. The other thing I pitched to them was a volunteering experience I had with Unleash Global Innovation Lab, because that was a very diverse group. And one of the requirements, because again, I say it again, I had done gap analysis. I looked at what do they need me to have. The job required that I had multicultural, diverse, like I've worked in a diverse group. I looked, Unleash had people from 110 countries. And I worked in a team that were from 4 different continents when I was in Unleash in Singapore. So I just said, the most relevant experience for me to pitch is that volunteering experience. But most people, especially professionals, are so stuck up. I have 12 years of insurance. I have 19 years of this. And I say, madam, come down, come back. It is not relevant. Until it is relevant to the person you are pitching to, all you are talking is blah, blah, blah. Now, again, now that I've taken you through 5 things an employer needs you to have to give you that job, 5 things that makes you employable. Do a gap analysis. Which one do you have? Which one don't you have? Hope. I hope I get it is not a strategy. It is wishful thinking. Hope is not a strategy. I always tell people that if I'm applying for one thing on LinkedIn, I'm getting that one thing, because I don't do hope strategy. I sit down, do gap analysis, bang, 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 what do I need? What do I have? There are sometimes what I need, they will say, oh, you need to have it this now. I'll go and use the next 3 months to do a certification, to do a whatever it is that thing requires. I will go and get it. Why do you keep sitting down, investing your hard-earned time, everything, resources, in doing trial and error? To me, it doesn't even make plenty sense. Like, why? Why do people do it? I hope that even with that, and people start laughing. They start saying, like we Africans are so like we attribute a lot of things to religion. And we'll be like, no, I know if I pray hard. I said the time I using to pray, sister, go and get what they asked you for. When you finish getting it, you come back and come and say, God, I've done everything I can. Now over to you. That's the right way to work. You can't pray your way out of lack of skills. No, you can't pray it out. You have to go and get it. You can't pray it out. It doesn't work that way. Now, I have thoughts for 30 minutes. I'm going to take questions from the comment section. Now, the first person that dropped their question is, or they need clarity on, My name is Ridwan. So I want to start from the beginning. My name is Ridwan. I'm a solar technician, a graduate of physics electronics. I've been trying to transition into tech. So I joined a cohort and learned about product design, but it's been tough moving on from there. And I'm almost thinking it's not the path for me. When I heard about this soft skill, I thought it might be something worth looking at. My question is, what soft skill can you recommend for someone like me? So, like I said, soft skill is not one thing. It is not one thing. It is a combination, it's a skill set. They call it transferable skill set. They don't call one thing set now. Do you understand? They don't call one thing sets. It is a set of skills. So, which is why I hate to call it soft skills. I call it workplace foundational skills, right? I call it workplace foundational skills. Do you understand me? So, real one, that is the problem. Like, there's a reason I hold these clarity sessions. People do not even know what they are. Not to talk of knowing that they need it. Not to now talk of finding a program that teaches it. And by the way, they don't used to exist. The program did not used to exist. It took me 3 years to create this program. 3 years. Like, I was creating the curriculum because I will ask myself, what do I need my employee to have? I will do it. Then I asked myself, when I joined UN Life, what are the things I was struggling with? I would include it in the curriculum. So, like, you can't find my curriculum anywhere. And I'm not even joking. I tell people, if you find my curriculum anywhere, come, I will dash you the program for free. You can't find it. Because even if somebody decides today to say they want to sit down and create a program on soft skills, number one, you need to have an experience of an employer, meaning you must be employing labor for you to know what is giving you headache amongst your staff. Number two, for you to create a curriculum that is of global standard, you must have worked globally. Do you understand me? You must have worked globally. So it is not what you create from, I took a program, I will become a teacher, I will take the program, I will learn it, I will become a teacher tomorrow. You have to teach from experience. Do you understand me? Like, what are the things I want people to have, my employees to have? What are the things that and I think one of the major things that helped me again was the fact that I was working with professionals over the years. So I see the gap. I see even at mid-level, senior level starter, I see what they all don't have. So I created my curriculum from experimenting and doing, not from I saw it on one thing. You cannot find it on YouTube. Do you understand? Come there from today to next year, you will not find it. Because you will find what they say, a soft skill is having leadership, communication, negotiation, and I have heard. Teach now the skills, like how does it work in the workplace? You won't find it. It's experiential. So it is not one soft skill, is not one skill. Real one. You need a set of skills that is needed in the workplace. And if you are wondering, let me try to find, give me a minute. I want to find a curriculum. Moina, I'm looking for that link that leads to courses for workplace foundational skills. If anyone is here and you're wondering what's in the curriculum, my curriculum is free to access. As long as not missing, they will go and look. I said, you cannot duplicate me. How do you invest 3 years in doing research? I tested 9 demographics. I'm not one of those people that I created a solution for Africa. I don't create things because I wake up one morning and say, oh, I think that is going to make me money. When I created this program and was testing it, people paid for it last year, right? In my hub, they come and learn it. They paid me $320. Do you understand? They paid me $320 and they are still praying for me. They are volunteering for me after the program and saying, I cannot finish thanking you enough. That was like 300,000 naira. Why? They need it. They won't find it anywhere else. And I have it. It's that simple. Which is I always tell people that when I tell you I subsidize the program by this thing, it's not because it is a marketing gimmick. People have paid me 300,000 naira for it in the past. Do you understand me? So when people ask me why, I said the truth is, when the first link that went out in February for this program was 200,000 naira, the first link. Then a copper, I employed a copper, a core member, an NYC member in my org, Toby. And I said, Toby, you are like my ideal targets, recent graduates. You need to gain workplace skills, like that will help your journey. How much is your alawi? That's your copper money. That's, he said 35K. I looked at my admin. I said, change the price of that course to 35,000. And she was saying, Ma. I said, you heard me. Change the price of that program to 35,000. Is it profitable? No. So sometimes people come and tell me, I said, the truth is, I would offer this for 500,000 and people will pay me for it. It's that valuable. And it's not because I said it, I have been paid for it in that value, in that amount. So when people tell me, oh, I will be thinking about it, I said, there's nothing to think about. Like, there's absolutely nothing to think about. You don't have it, but you just don't have it. It's that simple. So the only thing you are probably thinking about is, do I get what I need or I don't get it? It's that simple. That's the only thing to think about. Oh, I need this thing. Should I get it or should I not get it? So, but there is no question about, do you need it? It is not in question. You need it. So there's a question on, do I get what I need or I should not get it? That's the only question at the end. So read one. I wanted to, I was waiting for my assistant. That is why I was saying all this. I wanted to get a link so that, because I don't want a lot of questions come around. No, Muina, I was asking for that courses that takes me to the website. Something free courses, something that takes me to the website. Give me a minute. That takes me to that website, that courses, so that anybody can just go there and say, okay, read one, if what you want to know is what are the things that is on prep that is in the workplace foundational skills or soft skills that people would typically call it. So if that is what you are trying to get, like what is in it, I always tell people, like, you can see the entire curriculum and decide to say, I'll go to YouTube and start looking for knowledge on it. It's fine. Like, it's just a choice. Like, I realize it is a choice for someone to choose whether I want to learn from experience or I want to find it on Google or something. Like, it's a choice. So I think I found the link. I will just escape this. Escape. I wanted to, here's the link I was asking Rina to give me. Like, this is the link. So you can, Marina, you can drop this particular link. Let them go and like read one. If what you want is what are the skills that it is, but if you now want to acquire the skills, then you will need to enroll in Workplace Foundational Skills Program. So if you are saying, what are they? So what I did was I categorized them into headings, right? So the first thing at the top is always clarity. So what I help people do in that module was to say, oh, this is the mindset you need, like clarity, everything has to first do with your mindset. Then I show them how to do gap analysis. Moina, drop the link so somebody can click it and go and view this themselves. I show them how to do gap analysis, meaning what I just explained now, like how do I properly do gap analysis? You go to LinkedIn, you find the ideal job you have, you do the, as in look at what is required. That is how to do gap analysis. So which is why I said, you see these first lessons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is free to access. Like I always, like that's the beginning part of the course. But starting from the skills itself, like clarity, I offer clarity for free. And why do I do that? Like I said, I was accelerating. In my life, I was accelerating. But it took me sweat, money, resources. The first woman that gave me clarity was in Liverpool, in the UK. When I think about it, like I was racing. I was just, when you don't have clarity. And I met that woman in Liverpool. 1 hour, I knew where my life should be going. And I said, ah. Then I came back in 2019 to Nigeria, and I was also at a fix at some point about this iTrain Africa. I wanted to start iTrain Africa. And I went to Mrs. Ebukwan, decided to mentor some of us then. And within 6 hours in the mentorship session, I knew for sure. Do you understand? So I always tell people that my clarity module is for free. This clarity session is for free. Why? When you are confused, it is not a good place to be. Because you'll be doing different things. We're jumping from one place to the other, certification from one place to the other. You'll be jumping, doing nonsense. And in your eyes, how do I explain it? It's not that you will not achieve results, but all the things you are doing does not add up to where you need to be. So in the actual sense, it does not add up, but you are doing it. You are excelling at those different things. You do certification today, you get A. You do this one today, you get B. You are excelling at them, but do they add up to your end of journey? So this module, if you click it right now, it is free access. I will say go and get clarity first. You will see people who get clarity, they come to our DM and say, people that told us, this thing is like I cannot pay. After they get clarity, they will come, they will say, please, I want to pay for this thing. They will start to pray and say, God will bless you. I like what you are doing. This, I said, madam, but you say you didn't have. I said, it's because I felt I did not need it. What is soft skills? What is work for national side? I felt I did not need it. Now I understand. So most of the clarity sessions I'm always holding, I always explain, what do you need to get to where you want to get to? No one cares, no employer cares, no headhunter cares what you want. They care about what they need. So instead of you focusing on what you want, I want a job, I want that global opportunity, ask, what do they need? When you know what they need, you make yourself have what they need. It's that simple. So read one. All this, because one of the things I did in this curriculum was I ensured I have a 57-year-old man on my program. I have a 52-year-old woman. She has worked for over 30 years. Why? Should, in case the person be encountering digital skills for the first time, I started it from, if you open your laptop, this is where to click to connect. Because I will say is many people look at adults and be like, why don't you know this thing? You should know it now. Like they're angry. And I'm like, calm down. In your 4 years of university, did they teach you? When you got to work, did they teach you? But you will be screaming that intern does not have it, that thing does not have sense, does not this thing. The person does not know it. In Nigeria, they will say, what do you don't know, senior you? It doesn't matter how old you are. Do you understand? If he's senior you, it's like you just don't know it. So that's why I say, you know what? Let's teach the basics. Someone had reached out to us on WhatsApp and was asking us, would you teach them how to connect on Zoom? I said, yes. One of the things we showed you is how to, when you join a Zoom meeting, you click on join, you click on this. Why? I have held enough meetings to know that people struggle with joining Zoom meetings, which is why I say it is workplace foundational skills, how you work, not what you know. Like, how do I work? You may know your work. You may know how to do procurement. You may know how to do all those things. They say, oh, madam, okay, oh, our company wants to go and, you are the lead of this procurement place. Our company, we need to go and get this contract. We need to go and bid. Madam, you know your work, you know all the numbers. Then I say, do presentation. join Zoom meeting. Now, you see where madam will start to struggle. Slide, she cannot prepare. Zoom meeting, she's joining, she's not joining well. Madam, share your screen, where will I click? So in that regard, before the Oyibo or the people she's going to present it, before they even sample the knowledge in her head, they're like, oh, this person is not good. They've not even assessed the knowledge. The first disqualifier is how she will present the knowledge. So I always tell people, what you think is stopping you is the technical or the art skill you don't have. What really actually is stopping you is a soft skill you don't have. When people ask me if I was to invest money in becoming a project manager or first acquiring foundational skills, I say start from foundational. It is someone that knows how to do all that, that will now gain knowledge on becoming a skilled project manager of this thing. It is somebody that knows how to do, even get like into the door, that will now be writing CVs or great CVs and everything like that. So I think all this, you can view it yourself. All this is there. Canva, how to create a work page website, Slack, academic research, how you create as in Google Scholar. Why do I say I can't find my curriculum anywhere? Because I am three things. I'm an academic, I'm a professional, and I'm an entrepreneur. So when I was creating, I said, what gave me challenges during academic? People don't know about Google Scholar. They don't know how to cite papers. They don't know how to, like I said, like I've not seen a person living that doesn't need this program. I've not seen that person. I've not seen that person. It is not different, like, oh, I know I need it, but I don't want to pay for it. Hey, that one is a different thing. But that you don't need it is a lie. Especially because of this communication model. Everybody needs to communicate. And the fifth model, selling. You see this selling? This one? No, this is structure. This is structure model. Creating to-do lists, your calendar, organizing it, creating Gantt charts, creating this thing. All the things that they will teach you of project management is in this structure model. Like not all the things. I'm talking about some of the things that they will teach you there. Then when it came to model 6, I always like, this is the giveaway model. Blessing in batch 1, right? There are a total of 78 lessons on this program. My other program that has the same amount of lessons is 500,000 on our website. You can check A to Z. It's 500,000 on our website. Same number of lessons. Different content, of course, but I'm just saying the same number of lessons. This CV, Blessing used it to create this thing for our, not our boss, our mentor. That's what she did, a mentor. Our mentor is a PhD holder of 5 years. So she needed to get this ministry job or whatever. She now came to me, Blessing, a couple of weeks ago. Blessing created the CV from the knowledge she has just gained on the program. When our mentor got to that interview, the interviewer asked her, how many hours did it take you to create this resume? This is the most outstanding resume we've seen. Our mentor has 5 years, like she's working. She's a principal of a school. Her PhD is 5 years old. So when people say, doctor, you know this thing because you have a PhD, I said, go and bring another PhD graduate and bring the person here. Ask them if they know this thing. My knowledge across 3 sectors makes what I teach unique. I always say, go and bring another PhD person. She says because I have PhD. Bring another PhD graduate. Ask them if they know all these things. Then you will know, you will understand what I'm talking about, right? And there was one particular 2 lessons I taught in module 7 that I know that before you find it, it'll be hard. Design thinking. Why? There is AI. One of the things I taught them here, use of AI, ChatGPT and co. I think that was in lesson 4, right? You see this design thinking, I always say, people have lost the ability to critically think because of technology. And no matter what happens, even if jobs are being wiped off, jobs like some jobs will totally get wiped off in the next couple of years because of technology. I said, one thing that will not be replaced that anyone that has the capacity for it would never be replaced is the ability to critically think and strategize. You see my two roles internationally. The title is design lead, like design lead. Like design lead means I have design thinking knowledge. You see this thing that I thought you will not know how important it is. Just get into the international scene first, then you understand. And this last one, remote work in cross-cultural teams. How you work remotely in a cross-cultural, like if you finally get into it, and that is why I put it last. So you will see that when you go online and you search for soft skills or life skills, what you will find is emotional intelligence, negotiation, planning, and strategy, leadership, and consistency. That's what you will find. And they will package it as a soft skill program. Whereas look at all the things that I first had to teach. So when people say, I say, no, it's workplace foundational program because it's beyond the conventional communication, like everything you need aside the main thing is what is the workplace foundational skills program. And yes, last week, someone had reached out to me on LinkedIn, wanted me to offer this same thing to the Netherlands. So it is beyond Africa now, like the Europe is coming on, like to me. And the first thing I said is, oh, this is $170. That is 161,500. No, 161,750 or something like that. And this is still a giveaway to them. So if you're in this classroom, I can wake up tomorrow and tell you that is the price you are going to pay. Guess what? You will still pay. You know why? You need it and you can't find it any other place. So should I choose to, I will do it and people will still pay me. That's just the truth. So please, you need it if you're in this room and you're listening to me, or you're watching the replay, you need it. Now, the next question is, 16 personality tests, you know, that. I have over 10 years experience in customer service, but I want to transition and upskill. I have tried data analysis for Scrum Master and business, but I don't know which way to go. You see what I keep saying? That's the question I keep, like, people have taken 3 technical courses. 3. Scrum Master, business analysis, data analysis. 3. So when you say you don't know which way to go, please, Jadesola, have you done a personality test? Have you done a personality test? I don't know. Let me try to see your response. I don't give recommendations because I feel like it. Now, when you say experience in customer service, 10 years, I would imagine communication is what you are really skilled at because it's customer service. But I'm looking at, Jadesola, what is your academic background? I'm seeing data analysis, business analysis. There are things that require you to be skilled in numbers. If I knew your personality right now, I would immediately say, oh, do this and do that. So 3 things I really need to answer this your question in the way I would like to answer it is the result of your personality type, your academic background, and what you have preference for. Like, are you a numbers person or are you an orator? Are you that person that prefers to work behind the scene? Like, you would rather face your computer and be analyzing data? Or you are that person that likes to market, you like to be in front, you like to talk to people? Because data analysis and business analysis, they're in one category. It is for back-end people, people that they like to, you know, play with numbers. They like to analyze things, numbers, not gather people. Whereas Scrum Master is a project manager kind of person. So do you typically, so if you ask me to recommend based on your customer service experience, I would say you will probably do better in the Scrum project management kind of line. But I am only saying that because I don't know what your personality is. So the only information I have here is your Scrum Master, like, and your customer experience. They are similar. And when professionals are transitioning, I always advise them, please don't go too far from where you have some experience. Because from customer service, you'll be able to have transferable skill sets that you can take into Scrum Master. Look, when you're a Scrum Master, a project manager, your ability to deal with people matters. I always say, look, there is no point being a Scrum Master, project manager, all those things. If you do not have people management skills, you would suffer. You will just be talking to a tech bro. Hey, when we have a deadline, when will we deliver this prototype? And they are looking at you, tech bro, that they cannot sack. Why? Because the people that really have technical skills, like this people that know what they are doing, they are very scarce. So the truth is that company will tell you to go and manage the ego of that tech bro or tech sis. So those are the kind of things Scrum Masters, project managers face. But I would assume you cannot spend 10 years in customer service without knowing how to handle mad people. Do you understand? You would have learned it. Like a customer will come and start cursing you and be saying God will punish you, or no, those kind of things you would have. So it means that you have some skill sets that you can import into that. So the only thing you probably need right now to now join to it, provided when you took your Scrum Master thing, it was not just knowledge. It was beyond knowledge. It was knowledge and skills, because there are two different things. In my current batch, that's batch 2 of that's Workplace Foundational Skills Program, there is a lady that is also there that said she has taken project management this thing. She finished, she has certification. She said, Doc, you won't believe that I'm calling myself a project manager and I cannot even open Gantt chart and use Gantt charts. But you, ordinary workplace foundational skills, I will say it is basic knowledge. You are covering Gantt charts. You are covering how to do this thing. Let me show you one of the things I taught them there. Can you see this thing? This is my campaign thing that I'm using within my team, right? Like, I don't categorize that because I just feel like it is a basic thing. Anyone that is going to work in an environment must know how to organize and manage their tasks. Which is why I say the things I teach under Workplace Foundational Skills, you won't find it anywhere, because these are the things I used to work in my organization. I used to increase the productivity and efficiency of my team. Do you understand me? I don't call it soft skills. I call it workplace foundational skills. How do you have skills that can improve your productivity and efficiency? It doesn't matter what name it is called. Do you need it at work? To do work as an entrepreneur, academic, whatever, you need it. That is all. So I asked myself, do I need it? I put it there. Does that person need it? Yes, I put it there. I don't care what the public name is. It was my students in batch 1 and I saying, Ma, this is the remote workers program. Anybody that wants to be able to work remotely or transition needs this program. Because this is the only program I've seen that will now teach you all the things you need, not the regular soft skills of leadership and this thing. And I'm still stranded on the digital side or on the organizational side. Then someone said, good afternoon. I have 10 years experience as organic certification manager. There was no question there. Amadu, there was no question. So I'm not sure what you are asking. There was no question. Please re-ask it. I've been in credit, but now want to work fully remotely. How can I transition with my experience in tech? How can you transition with your experience? You've been in credits, but now want to work remotely. How can I transition with my experience in? So credits. I'm not sure credit is tech. When you say credits, like, how is credit tech? Please explain, Tariro. I'm not sure credit is tech, but let me still answer that question. If you are saying, how do you are you asking how do you transition into tech? Because credit is not tech, as in credits, like credits in the finance credits. So now you say, how do I transition? 2 things required for transitioning. Workplace foundational skills, that one is standard. Like, you cannot want to start remote work and not understand all these remote worker and not have the remote worker skills. One. Now, number two, you need to have relevant experience. One of the things I recommend to people that professionals with years of experience that come to take my GOP program, when they are transitioning, I would say before we build any profile or position on LinkedIn that will attract you jobs, if you are transitioning, I say you need to get relevant experience. 2 ways you can get relevant experience: fast, volunteering, internship. 2 ways, because you do not control who gives you job to get experience, but you can control if you can volunteer. You can control if you can get internship. Skilled for Work Academy has that as part of their program on the GCP. That's a Global Career Path Pro model, where we offer foundational skills, 1 hard skill, and internship for 8 weeks. That is a model. Like, we put everything probably somebody will need on their journey from start to finish, like foundational skills, hard skill, and this thing. So you can control it. Me, I hate to play in places that I cannot control. It annoys me. When I do a gap analysis and I know that I need this experience, that is when you find me and say, do I have the knowledge? If I have the knowledge, like I know what I am doing, but I cannot just say I have relevant experience in it, you will see me, I'll go and volunteer. If I do not have the skills and knowledge, so what I will do is I will acquire the skills and knowledge. I will do internship in it. There are 2 different things. When you volunteer for someone, you are skilled, you can deliver the job. You just have not had the opportunity to do it. When you intern, you are not skilled before. You have not done it before, but you have just learned it. There are 2 different things. So when people come to tell me sometimes, Ma, I learned project management. I did a certification. All I just want from you is to intern for you. And they are saying it like they are doing me a favor. I'll be laughing. I said, you will pay me to intern for me because I'm the one doing you the favor. You see that intern, when you are done interning for me, employers will be running after you because now you have the sense, the skills, and everything. You have worked the work. When I recommend you, people want to take you. So no, you did certification in whatever, name the school, I don't care. What that employer wants to see is the fact that you have done this level of work for me. And that is what I am going to write on your recommendation. That is what you need. Look, I do gap analysis for myself, for my clients, and everybody all the time. So I know what the employer wants. If I go to LinkedIn now, we start to do it, you will see. So I know. So when you come to me and try to play that, oh, I just want to volunteer for you because I said, Madam, it is you that you are doing yourself the favor. Because I know what you need. I have done a gap analysis of what you need. You need it to get relevant experience. If you don't have it, that they are not going to give you that job. So the next time you go to someone who is very knowledgeable, who is exposed, and you want to play that card of I want to volunteer for you, please withdraw it. Go with the humility of I would like to be in your space, maybe don't go with I'm the experienced person, because guess what? You may have 10 years of experience, but you don't have relevant experience in what you want. So you will go to that person and serve. You will go and you will serve. So that they can now say, oh, this person has done this, not the other way around. And that is what I see most young people these days, graduate and people lack. And they are coming like, Ma, I'm on holiday. I just want to volunteer for you so I can help you. I said, you're not helping me. You will pay me. And they are wondering, oh, wow, like I thought you were even going to pay me for it. I said, no, you will pay me. Internship is a paid program because you need it and you will not find it. And I have it. So you are not the one doing me a favor. I'm the one doing you a favor. So please, 2 things to transition. Standard, the Remote Workers Program, aka WFS. 2, you need relevant experience. My Unleash volunteering experience got me an international role. It was volunteering. But guess what? I had design thinking knowledge from Singapore Innovation Lab. Do you understand? Not knowledge, let me retract it. I had the knowledge and the skills because it was an innovation lab. I did not only learn it, I did it, I was immersed in it. It is a lab. I now took that, went to use it to volunteer, organize hackathon for Unleash in Nigeria, meaning I demonstrated my competency. So when it was time to pitch to NHM, I remember that day I was in Anagbada. That time I was teaching at Unilag. I was in my Oga's office and I had to step out, get into my car, stand at the back of my car, see me. Because when people tell me it is because I'm black, I am woman, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not fashionable, but that's what I said, it is a lie. If I show you the picture of my interview, I had no makeup. I'm wearing cap. It was a Friday, so I was wearing jalabia. So there was like, I was just a regular me. And I took it in the car, back of the seat, car, puts this thing like this, hi, blah, 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 blah. But did I demonstrate competence? Yes. I could describe my capacity when I was doing Unleash Hackathon. So please always take notes. It is not how fine you are. It is not all the 10 years of experience you have when it comes to transitioning. Relevant experience. Two fastest way, internship volunteering. Fastest way to acquire relevant experience in what you are transitioning into. And of course, the thing that will help you deliver the work, the remote workers, that's the workplace foundational skills. Those two need to be tested. Thanks for this opportunity, ma. I'm Muideen Shukurat Bolanle. Yesterday, I did my personality test and the results came out as me being a commander. Ma, I want to acquire a skill that would make me work remotely. Bolanle, sorry, Muideen Shukurat Bolanle. Yeah, that's your name. When you say a skill, you can work remotely in any skill, any art skill. Let's go to LinkedIn quickly. Do you understand me? Anything you had at all, maybe even medical doctors are now working remotely. They do telemedicine. Maybe it is well, you cannot dig well remotely. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe all those kind of jobs, you cannot dig well remotely. But I'm talking about regular, anything. You can do almost all jobs remotely. So, ma, I want to acquire a skill that will help me do remote work. It is not grammatically correct. So if you say, I want to acquire skill sets that will support remote work, it means that you now need to acquire workplace. This is why we call it the Remote Workers Program. The what? Remote Workers Program. Why? It will teach you how you deliver the work. Now, the work you are delivering may vary. You may be delivering, like when I was working remotely, one, I was design lead. The other one, I was program coordinator. Do you understand me? I had a title for something because of the technical knowledge I had around design thinking. But it was not on the job. They started teaching me how to use Microsoft Teams, how to send a calendar invite, how to check the calendar of all my other colleagues before fixing meeting. Like we say, check my calendar, fix a meeting on the day that they did not teach me that one. That one, they expected that I would have it by virtue of the fact that I want to work remotely. Like, you know, all those skills that they just expect you to naturally have. Whereas in Africa, it is not natural to us because, like, we didn't learn it anywhere. We didn't learn it anywhere. So, you know, all the time I'm saying, this thing is common sense. I say, calm down now. It is not common sense. It's like, where did they teach them? So at the end of the day, like when I was teaching cultural nuances on the workplace functional skills program, I said, when they ask you to come to a meeting at 10 o'clock, you get there 5 minutes to 10. At 10 o'clock, the meeting has started. And you get there as an African, you're wondering what is happening. You are late. Like, it is like, what did I say? The remote worker skill is a set of skills combined together. Like, you must know it, you must have it. And it is not one thing. Some of them are digital skills. Oh, calendar invite, all those things, joining meeting. Some of them are attributes, like your traits. You must know how to manage time. You must know how to communicate. If you ever want to work remotely, the most singular skill you must have is ability to communicate at every point of your work. Because when you're in a remote thing, the person is not seeing your face. The person is not seeing that you are working. So you have to communicate the level of completion of your work every single time. Where is my Slack? See my Slack here. Typically, when you are working remotely in international teams, you always have Slack. Slack is like the most popular fast communication that people use in a remote team. Do you understand? Like, it's not that you now start sending people message on WhatsApp. Which is why I say, see, I sat down, asked myself, when you first started working internationally, what were the things that was strange that you were saying, hey, during Wala? I documented everything. Because if you've not been in that situation, you would not know. But they expect you to know. So when they now ask you at the interview, have you done this? So they are not even asking you, can you do procurement? Can you do credits? They are asking you, oh, you were going to work in a diverse team, and we are key on communication. Like, oh, I have communication skills. You'll be repeating to them, I have communication skills. Whereas you should be saying, oh, on the last project I did for iTrain Africa, we're a team of volunteers, 70 across. One of the things we did was we had a communication channel on Slack where we actually gave updates. That is a better pitch than I have communication skill. I did certification in communication. They just looking at you. Oh, thank you very much. Once you start hearing, thank you very much, we'll let you know you just failed. You just failed. So when you say, how do I get skills that will help me work remotely? First, standard, you need skills that will support remote work, which is the workplace foundational skills. Now, you can now decide that soft skill or the workplace foundational skills become a career for you, Bolanle. How do I mean? Let me show you something. Not this page, I'm not sure. I want to show you some careers you can do. Give me a minute. I want to see where that slide is. Some careers you can do with okay, I think where is that page? iTrain Africa information. Great, this page. So if you now take workplace foundational skills program, for instance, and you say, I don't even want to become project manager. I don't want to do any other thing after this one. Ma, can I use soft skill? You know, the funny thing is you can use soft skill to get a job faster. Like only soft skill than someone that will do only project management without soft skill. You know why? There are some careers these days that the only thing you need for them is soft skills. Let me find, I'm looking for, I put it on this page. So this, can you see this? There are some careers that just having soft skills can help you deliver them. Example of such is being an executive assistant, virtual assistant, customer service representative, online educator, course assessor, program coordinator, community manager, CV, like Blessing that joined batch 1 is writing CV now, collecting money. Why? She took workplace foundational skills program. She learned it. Like all the validation she needed was for somebody to go to an interview with that CV and come back with good news. And she said, if that person can go and come back with good news, then I'm good. She learned 3 weeks ago. And you see, when I say this, I have seen people come to me and say, oh, Ma, you can do more than this with your WFS. Why? I am the creator. Even if I know the value, I probably won't know the value on like the way someone that doesn't know what I was teaching will know the value. So some of them have come back to say, man, with this one, you can even become this. You can become this. I said, why? I am everything I listed here. Executive assistant, virtual assistant, customer service. Those are things that, based on the people I taught across the last 3 years, they are doing these roles only with soft skills. You know, I always say, you can learn, you can have certification in project management and not get a job. You cannot learn soft skill, like learn it, implement it, and want to get a role as this and not be able to do it. But you can get a certification in project management, whatever, and not be able to do it. Because why? You don't have the skills to deliver it. I put these statistics on my page. You can go and Google it. In a research conducted by Harvard University in conjunction with Carnegie Foundation Stanford Research Center, found that 85% of your job success comes from well-developed soft skill and people skill. Only 15% comes from your technical skills and knowledge. But alas, this is what people invest on. Even if this is the thing, people will spend money, their money. 72% of people spend money on getting ads. So I'm back. My network bounced out. So let's continue. Let me be sure that I can still read people's messages. People's messages. Someone said, how often? We take it twice a month, 12th and 26th. It's because yesterday was a Sunday. That is why I shifted it to today. And besides, I had a meeting with a group of people yesterday. So I couldn't make this. So it's 12th and 26th. So the next one is 12th of next month. So I'm going to take, I've taken Moideen Shakira, Basira. I am Basira, the graduate of economics. I currently work in the health field, but I don't see any career growth where I currently work. I've taken courses on product and project management. I've gained experience and skills from my current job, like customer relationship management, which is a key skill, version of reports and reporting with basic MS PowerPoint grade. I'm looking forward to get another job, but I'm confused on which role I should apply for with the skills I have. When you say you're confused on which role to apply for, whether you should apply for project management or product management. Whether it is product or project management, both of them have similar personalities. The difference in product and project management really lies in one is dealing more with, I feel like product management has more creative side to it because you are involved in all the products process from design, go to market and marketing. Like is a more product management makes you an intrapreneur. Like you're an entrepreneur, but you are inside a company. It makes you an intrapreneur. So if you enjoy being an entrepreneur, but you don't like all the being on the front, like you don't want to be the one now carrying the business on your head, but you like all the creativity, all the hustle with it, product management will work for you. But if you're a kind of person that you like to oversee things from, like you are very great at coordinating people and oh, this thing's supposed to finish at this time. You are a people manager. Project management will work for you. Since you say you have skills and knowledge in both of them. So that would be my recommendation. So if you say you're confused on which role to apply for, that's my recommendation. But again, you need to go to LinkedIn. Because sometimes, I say it again, people think they have what the employer needs. You may not. And I'll do something for you right now on LinkedIn. I'll go to jobs. This is jobs, right? Let's do product management. Product manager, I'm going to do United States, right? 10,000 open jobs, 10,335, right? Product manager. Maybe you're an entry level. Let me filter it. Entry level, 659. Do you understand me? I start to look for it. This one, 30 to 35 at $35 per hour, all that stuff. And it's even remote. I click on this. This is the right way I do gap analysis. So before people tell me I have what they need, I can do this. I said, my sister, have you looked for your ideal job? Have you looked at what they are asking you? What you need, or what you think you need may not be what they are asking. Blah, 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 all this. Are you are It's like this network wants me to round off and get into my next engagements for the day. So I hope I answered your question regarding the first analysis was about, are you a people person or are you Are you an innovator kind of person? If you're an innovator kind of person, product management, if you're a kind of people manager, product this thing. But then make sure you do this thing that I just did to be sure that both of them, you are actually ready to get into them. Now, the next question I have on this, I can't see some of your messages again, but Moina copied them for me. So the next question is, my name is Unwako Amaka Mary, graduate of computer science, graduated 14 years ago. I have not used my certificate for once, so I don't have any work experience. I'm into baking. I was lucky to come across your page on Instagram. I took time to watch all the videos and the write-up talking about how one can be employable. I discovered I only have 5% of what is required, which is just my certificate. All those soft skills I needed, I only know about 10%. So I decided to register for the GCP pool. Let me start from there because my target is to become employable and get the remote work. Well done. So in Maka, you've registered already. Like through this, come back in 3 months. You wouldn't recognize it's just the truth. I've seen it happen. Like I've seen it happen. Like there's a 17-year-old they brought to me 2 years ago. And his parents keep calling me to pray for me till date. Like, it feels surreal because, you know, when they bring someone to you and they tell you this person, all these children does not want to have sense, all those kind of stuff. They come and lament and say, and I'm like, you are not engaging this guy. You are not feeding him with things that are productive. Give me some months. Like, give me some months. Like, because the program I have is going to start working first on his mindset. Then we can now learn the skills and all. I look at him today. He's an undergraduate. This is someone that's been doing JAM 4 years, not getting it and all that. And I just told, I said, this guy is brilliant. You just don't, you're not utilizing his brain and all that stuff. Like, you need to give him things that are worth learning and things like that. So amongst his learning, he was doing JAM, he was doing all the exams. He did diploma in Unilag. He had 16 over 16, and he was learning the skill. Like I just look at him. This is less than 2 years ago. So when I always tell people that people's lives can actually transform, it is just the difference is the amount of information they have, what they are exposed to. Is the difference, the amount of information, you know, there's this, I would say that the difference between a rich person and the poor person is the information they have. It's the information they have. May we find the information we need and immerse ourselves in the knowledge and skill. Because there's one thing, I always tell people like, look, if you are going to come on my program, not learn and implement, don't bother. Payments to me is when you implement, because like I said the price you are paying only covers cost of adverts that we use in reaching people in Africa. That is what it covers. Do you understand? It does not cover the overhead of this. The people that pay me like for coaching and everything maybe covers our overhead. This won't pay me over $1 million. Do you understand? But this doesn't cover. They support, I guess, staff support the academy and all that stuff. I'm just telling you. So when people join my program and they don't implement, I say, you did not pay me. I tell them, you did not pay me, because when you implement and I see the ripple effects, then you paid. Because now your life is better, you implemented. But when people come and they join and they expect, I say, there's no miracle anywhere. I'm an educator, I'm not a miracle worker. So if you come and you tell me it did not work, I say it did not work. Which work did you do? Knowledge is to be consumed, implemented, and all that, not this thing. So, Amaka, just calm down. In a couple of months, we'll be talking about your story, okay? So I've been in credit, I've read that. Thanks for the opportunity, man. Okay, I've done that. Ambassador, I've talked about that. Okay, I'm having difficulty designing the right path for me. I have always been a techie person, studied at Greek engineering, but I'm also naturally detailed and analytical. Interesting. I'm constantly seeing problems and trying to suggest solutions to people around me. I've taken data entry course and even right now taking a course on customer service. I don't know whether to go into project management, business analysis, or cloud computing. I just feel like my skills are all over the place. Chineye, if this is you, take product management. Go to our website, find out product management. You see all this that you talked about? I'm constantly seeing problems and trying to suggest solutions. You should be in product innovation, product design, or product management. Like I said, this is product management. I want to show, like, it is if you are a solution-driven person, which is what an entrepreneur should be, but you do not really like entrepreneurship. So which is why I say product management is like doing entrepreneurship, but you are doing it inside a company. A solution-driven person will do well in product management. What is a product? I explained this on the WFS, by the way, design thing. What is a product? A product is something that creates solution. Workplace foundational skills. Skill for Work Academy is a product. Anything, in fact, I always tell people that don't go and start if you start a business from I have an idea, you are doing nonsense. Your product should be looking for like you're solution driven. You will do well in product design, product innovation, or product like anything product, whether it is product design, product management, product innovation, you will do well. And how do I know that? I have experience in it. Let me go back. If you check my LinkedIn this thing, you will see I have experience in products. Let me go back a bit. So you can see the top of my this thing. Can you see? Okay, no, that's not it. No. Product design. Like I cannot, if you want to say, Derry, like just kill me right now, put me in a place where it doesn't require the creative side of my brain. I'm not innovating, I'm not doing anything. I'll go blank. Like, what? I can't, which is one of the reasons. Because when people tell me, like, how is it come, like, I'll work for short term internationally, I'll come back and be doing stuff. I say, because I'm constantly innovating in this. Do you understand me? So, is the money great internationally? Oh, trust me, the money is great. Do you understand? But now we say, like, if money fills a quota, creativity fills a quota, things like that. So, I find a way of doing things part-time that balances my life out. So product innovation is going to be an amazing place to be for you. Now, Moina, I don't see any. Please, if you have questions that I did not answer, please, you can redrop it. Please, I have registered for the SLW, but could not join the Zoom meeting on time. Can we get the recording to listen to it later? I'm not sure. Like you registered for SLW, like this meeting. Are you talking about this meeting? Yes, it's even on YouTube, so you can just check it on YouTube. Good day, madam. Thanks a lot for the information provided on this platform. Please, for someone new to tech, how can one know which of the 3 available options to choose? Content marketing, product management. Why are you not also considering business analysis as an added option? Also, how can you assist with price for internship? The soft skill and tech training goes for around the 7 each, while the internship goes on, and we still need to pay before the conclusion of the program. How can you help with respect to the fee or payment? So how can I help? I subsidize the program. That's what I did to help. I subsidized the program. And I gave a 3-time installment payment option. I subsidized the program and gave a 3-time installment payment. So meaning I took a program that somebody paid me 300,000 for in 2023, brought it to 37,625, and still, like, as in the entire thing is like 161 something, 750, and gave option for installment payments. How else do I help? Do you understand? Like I said, what I ensured that I 8,960 people have watched the Clarity module on this program. 8,960. I always say, if the only thing you get from me is clarity and you go, your life would have changed. Because that is the most confusing part that you do. The problem is you cannot pay, or most people cannot afford to pay per hour for my clarity session. Most people can't. So I always say, if that is the only thing I help you with, it's like 50% of your problem is solved, because now you are clear on what to go and do. You are not wondering, what should I do? So trust me, it's already more than enough help that I'm giving out. Product management, wow, I never even thought of that. No wonder I'm constantly switching up and trying to improve my own side business. I know. I know, like, maybe I just say, oh, this person should be a product, like in product line, whether it's product design, product management, or product ownership, you should be a product person. Like, it gives you the balance of both creativity and job security. Like, it's just an interesting place. Like, why do I even have it on my bio? Is because the moment I have done all this, my social work, because this is what I'm doing is social work. Like, I was telling my husband, like, see, I've been doing social work since the beginning of the year of 2024. I'll go and do money work soon, like go and take up another appointment in product management and design and things like that. Do you understand? So my personality test came out as architect, INTJ. INTJ architects, fantastic. And it's an assertive one. Product management or project management is fantastic for you. The only reason why I would say product management is better is because of your creative side. Do you understand? So, like, I almost knew like what your this thing would be. Check the replay here. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ma, for opening my eyes. I feel like skills just dropped. I know that feeling. I get a lot of testimonials like that, like still just fell off their eyes. I would like to take the personality test. How do I access it? Somebody has dropped the link. Okay, Ma, thank you. If I did not answer your question, please quickly redrop it so we can round off this clarity session. If you would like to register, if you're asking how you register, Moina, please drop register. We are starting on June 3. The last day for registration is tomorrow for this batch. After this batch, we have August batch. And yes, the price is changing. So yeah, like I said, 75% is a lot. They're going to take it up to like 50%. So, and all that, because people always ask me when is that. I say, okay, just so that you not say when I came for that clarity session, you said this thing. It is at a 75% subsidized price right now. And no, it is not a marketing this thing. If you want me to show you receipt of Gania's payment last year, I will show you. And Gania went to school with me. Me and Gania did masters together at the University of Lagos. She had masters for 8 years. Then she saw me online and came and said, you know what? I know I don't have something. I can't just place my hand on it. And she had a school. She's an entrepreneur. She just said, I know I'm lacking something. I'm not even certain what it is. I said, you need workplace skills. And you're like, what is that? I said, don't worry. So she came for 6 months. Like, she would go to her school, give us teachers instruction, come and learn for 6 months, right? And I just look at her now. That was last year. And I'm just like, wow. Like, wow. Like, just wow. That is what I say most of when I see her now. Because me and Gania, before I came into this meeting with you, she's my program coordinator now for iTrain Africa Foundation. Like I said, we're a social enterprise. So we have iTrain Africa Enterprise, iTrain Africa Foundation. So we are a social enterprise. Like, yeah. Because if you ever wondered how come I give so much value at a ridiculous price, we're a social enterprise, right? So and how we're working together on something. And when I look at us working collaboratively remotely together now, like, oh, check this thing, she will deliver something to me, say, please check Google Drive. I'm like, hey, God, like, it's just amazing. It's just amazing, like, how people can transform. It's just information and knowledge that they lack. So please, if you are listening to me, do yourself a favor. Ignorance is bliss. When you don't know what you don't know, it is bliss. But the day you realize it, you will be beating yourself like, ow, why did I take so long? And I see people send that to me every time. They'll not be saying screenshot. The only regret I have is that I did not enroll since. Like, they'll be sending me the only regret, like, they're angry. Like, why didn't you convince? I said, I only showed you what you need. We are all adults. You decide to take what you need or not. I can only show you what you need. And that is what I'm doing in this clarity session. So your decision to say, I need to take this thing that I need and dedicate time and resources to it is totally on you. Okay? So I don't think there's any questions. Just God bless you. I'm saying products management. Wow, I never tried. Okay, I've answered that. I've answered all that. You opted for the 3 installment. When are you to pay second and third installments? Before July 20, both of them before July 20. Both of them before July 20. That's what I know. So you like it's before July 20. So first installment is 37,625. The second one is 37,625. The third one is 91,325. Yeah. I think Moina dropped the instrumental payments. No, you have to pay the. So most people take the 2-time payment option. 2-time payment option is 80,625 twice. Do you understand? Some people pay us 100K and say, I'll balance you 161. Do you understand? So it is not as if you have to pay 37. My advice, if you have 50K, now pay 50K. If you have another 50K, do you understand? So instead of you, because what will happen is the total you have to say, all that is plenty. No, that one you can't pay. So my advice is I said divide the money into 3, equal 3, and pay it. But that you will now, and if you are dividing the money into 3, in fact, what somebody did was to first pay us 75 what? 75 something. I forgot 75, maybe 625. That will cover the soft skill at the last, because soft skill, that is WFS, is starting June 3. Hard skill is starting June 25. And you must have paid those money for it before June 22. If you don't, by seeds, we'll put it here. I don't know if it's on this page. By June 22, any of these courses like project management, product management, any of those programs is 107,500. Any. We put it on Instagram already. These are my facilitators. Femi Yusuf for project management based in the UK. EVA is based in Australia. They are agile people that have international experience. Know this thing. I'm trying to look for that thing. Aisha, did you put it on this page? We put out an announcement. If you follow up on Instagram, you'd have seen it. It's moving from 37,625 to 107,500. So if you've not paid for it by that time, you are paying the extra amounts. Yeah. So please take notes. Please take notes. So you know, I did not say it. Exactly 1 month at the time. May 22, we started putting out notice. By this, is moving from 37 to 107,500. Moving from 37 to 107,500. So I will not say, like I said, it is a subsidy. 75, it's not even 75, it's like 85% subsidy. Because 300,000 to 37,625 is, do you understand? Is like 90% subsidy. What am I talking about? Do you understand? But so we are moving it, like removing the amount of subsidy that is on it, because like I said, for us to reach more Africans, we have to invest millions in adverts, and we need to be able to cover that cost to reach them. So we have to be a sustainable social enterprise, not, I hate the model of going to beg for money to sustain an NGO. I don't do it. Please, Ma, do you run a physical program for the work? We run it. It is starting from 500,000 Naira and above. The physical version, we call it the transition workers model or the immersion method. The immersion method for 6 months, you resume 9 to 5 is 1.5 million Naira. In that, you can read through this page, this informational page. Marina, please drop this in the comment section. Why is that different? So we call it the digital enterprise model. What does that really mean? So we realize that people need to gain the knowledge on how to run an enterprise. Like basically beyond the foundational skills, they want to be able to, set up ads. They want to be able to manage projects. People look around from the outside and say, how do you do, like, if you are here, you've never heard of Global Mentorship Conference. We are the conveners of Global Mentorship Conference. It's an annual conference where we do a conference online across 54 plus countries. Like it's the largest online impact conference. We hold it in October annually. So that conference, when we hold it, we have volunteers, about 70 plus volunteers across various places working on the project. It's typically very huge. A lot of money goes into it and things like that. It's a free conference. It's a free conference. Like it takes place every year in October. And if you see the last one, you know what? Let me find our website. We have another website for that one. Global Mentorship Conference. Global Mentorship. That is it. So you can read up about that. It's that one is strictly under iTrain Africa Foundation, like the enterprise foundation aspect. So this particular program, we typically have volunteers for it and all that. You can see last one we had 41 speakers from 25 nations. Do you understand? It's a lot of work that goes into it. Like I said, I'm well traveled. I've been to 5 continents, so I pull on my international network. They come, do everything they need to do. So you can just, this is us that we do like annually. This is us and all that stuff. So yeah. So that is, that's part of what we do at iTrain Africa, but you don't typically hear about it, this thing. So this workplace, this immersion method, so people come to learn beyond workplace skills when they come physically. We do strategies, meetings, things like that. So it's basically more like, Igbo apprenticeship program, when you send people to go and learn the trade. So you are learning beyond the skill, you are learning the trade. So that is an immersive program. That's the difference. Please, ma'am, okay, I've answered that. I am volunteering or internet. Is volunteering or internship a paid programs? Yes, it is. It is called the GCP. It is GCP. So when you come on the GCP comprises of soft skill, hard skill, and internship. That is what it is. And that is 161,500. 161,500 is what it is. And no, it is not compulsory. You can try to take the BFS and go. It is not compulsory. You can even decide not to take the BFS and just go. It's not compulsory. The only reason why I'm offering it is the hardest part for me. You know why? Do you know how I'm having to sit with partners and say, pitch this thing to them. I'm going to do this. I have an intern liaison officer. They'll be the one interfacing with you. I will sure they are delivering your work. I'm putting my image on the line for someone I don't know. Like, it means, this Global Mentorship Conference, we have partners. Do you understand? And these are some of the partners I'm speaking with to say, oh, don't worry. And I'm talking about international partners. Like, don't worry, this one. And they say, oh, Jerry, I know you for your excellence. I know you for your excellence. So for me, a lot is on the line because I'm speaking to listen like this person is going to, which is why, if you like, pay me 1 million. If you've not taken WFS, and you tell me you went to one school to go and learn whatever it is you learn, data, whatever, and say the only thing I need is internship, I will tell you, if you like, bring 1 million. I will not collect it. You must take WFS. You know why? It is the only thing that can guarantee me that at least you have that level of knowledge, information, skills that will support your remote internship with who I'm placing you with. At least I will be sure of this person. Is not as if my partner, we send them a calendar invite. They will not show up for meeting. They will not say, you didn't chat to me on WhatsApp. What rubbish. Do you understand me? So that is a lot is going into this for me. Like a lot is going into this. And one of the things I've asked our partner is, at the end of the 8 weeks program, you are going to give a recommendation letter to that person. Every day, maybe not every day, every week in my inbox, I get people saying, Ma, please, I've learned data analytics. I've learned this. I've learned that. Please, ma, do you offer internship? You know what? They have done it. They have this thing. That school, they paid 1 million to learn data analytics, does not offer it. And they now realize that they need it. Which is why I always say that I created Skilled for Work Academy based on research. I know what you need. That one is that. I know what you need. I have research data backing what I'm offering. So I know what you need based on those their requests and based on what I have seen. Like I said, I've been working with professionals on LinkedIn for the last 4 years. I know what they ask. So before you start thinking it is the degree and certification, it is not. You probably need that experience more than all the degrees you've passed combined. Yes, you must have paid the second installment before June 22. If you don't, you are paying 107,500 instead of 37,625. That's what I'm saying, Nikki. You must have paid the second installment before June 22. If you don't, you are paying 107,500 instead of 37,625. You are really excited for the BFS program starting June 3, but I would like to ask, do you assist your students secure? I don't assist anybody to secure remote job. Again, I show you what to do. So if that is your definition of assist, because no, I will not go and find job for you and say, take this job. No. I don't give people fishes. I teach you how to fish. So the day I give you one, the day that one, this thing, you will come back to me and say, please, let me pay you another money. You come and find me. No, I'm not a recruitment agency, at least not yet. Do you understand me? I'm not a recruitment agency. So when you say, do you assist? No, I say, if you go through the program, you will do it yourself without like stress. You'll be so confident in your own ability to be bubbling inside your stomach. I'm an educator. That is what I am born to do. I hate it when I hand things to people like, nah, you must put in the work. Yes, you are seeing a lot of opportunities. Like it's like that. Thanks so much, Ma, for this program. I fell in love with you at the first sight, despite seeing variety online. I had a positive feeling for you immediately. I saw you. Thanks so much. Thank you, Muhyiddin Bolanle Shakira, for that. Yeah, Iyabode, I can see your hand is up. Iyabode Ogbonna, right? Please go ahead and ask.
Okay, good evening, Ma. Thank you for your time. Please, I want to ask for this flex program. 1 minute, I'm trying to say. Can we break it? How much can we pay now? Because the first advert I saw online this morning is for 6 weeks and it says 37,000. But now I'm seeing that it is a combination of
foundational skills.
Okay, so this flex
program.
Okay, so this flex combines both the soft and the hard skill.
Yes.
So how many can we do? 3 or 4 instrumental payments? What's the duration of, since it's a 6 weeks program, 12 weeks program? What can you do to help us? I mean, we'll be paying gradually. I'm just trying to ask.
So one program, you can set to pay for just one program, which is the WFS. But you must have paid before June 22 for the other hard skill. Why? By June 22, that 37,625 is going to 107,500. Do you understand?
In addition to the 37 we have paid before.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So
whatever it is you do, you must have paid the 237 before June 22. Because by June 22, each of those hard skill, like one like that, is 107,500.
Okay.
So it is going to 50% subsidy instead of 75% subsidy.
Okay.
So someone like people that joined batch 1, some of them paid 37,625. They came back, paid. In fact, batch 1, nothing less than 5 of them have paid for 2 hard skills. They came and asked me, can they pay for 2? And I said yes, but not more than 2. Why? Someone wants to be like a project manager, for instance. Then when I was talking about it, because I'm the one taking the content course, right? when I was talking about the content course, I was telling them that any skill you see me list as a hard skill, a technical skill, it is because I have seen the demand for it. I've seen the demand.
Okay.
So I realized that no one or people do not teach people how to create LinkedIn content for pages, like company pages and things like that. And because I have expertise, because of my other program is called Global Opportunities Program for Professionals. That one is 268,750, right? It's also a 6 weeks program, right? So that one, I teach them how to create part of what I teach them, because like on that framework, it's called PPP framework, that is profile building, platform, and positioning. So part of what I teach them under positioning is writing articles and content and things like that on LinkedIn. So I now said, you know what? If somebody wanted to start a trade as a content creator, I don't want them struggling with the masses in being a content creator for Facebook. I said, you know what? The one that I know that if they advertise themselves today, if they are good in it, they will find money quickly, is what I want to concentrate on. So my content school, like I said, we are a global employability academy. I don't care about volume. I care about what does it translate to. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to niche down that content creation. Why? I have seen the amount of money, LinkedIn content creators, like people that understand how to write LinkedIn content. And way back in 2017, my subordinate was paying 70,000, 2017, for creating 4 articles. Why? People are not skilled at doing it. So when I was talking about it to my batch 1 at their offboarding session, they were like, oh, madam, like, I think I even need personally for myself, even if I want to build a career in whatever, like, at least let me learn how to write the LinkedIn content for that career. So some of them have come to pay us, like they paid us for art skill. But when they now add that art skill, like any of, as they are going to 107, they said, you know what, let me just pay for it first. And, you know, I will add it. I'm not, so people are not even using it as a career. People are using it for their own self because of what I said about the kind of content under the content and everything like that. So like I said, I teach a lot of things that the one that I know that you will easily find, that it is hot cake in markets. You see me bringing it. So when someone asked me earlier that why am I not teaching data analysis, I said, I bet you find data analysis everywhere. You find data analysis everywhere. It's easy for me to find facilitators for them. But to what end? Let them go and learn the data analytics and whatever. Do you understand? I am focused on employability, like what is in demand. Like it's easy, it's a no-brainer for, like, if you are skilled at it, it's like it's a no-brainer for the employer to get you on board. So that's the thing. Please note, you can pay 37,625 now to start June 3, but whatever you do, make sure you've paid the second installment before June 22. Whatever it is you do. Because
okay,
by that morning like this, you will just see price change.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
Okay, this is the same help you were asking for Florence. Yes, there's installments. No, the internship is not increased. Like I said, anytime we are increasing something, we give a bit of notice so that people that are in our audience before can take advantage. It is newcomers that will not now even see that thing. So people that are in our audience before take advantage of this, and we just give them notice like this is going to happen, so that they will not say you did not tell me, right? And you will still pay, because there are people that did not pay me for GOP. GOP used to be 107,500. GOP is now 268, whatever. I don't know, 268 something, and people are still paying me for it. But initially, GOP was 500,000. I brought it at the beginning of 2022. When early career people were saying, ma, do something for us, I brought that thing to 100K. And when I was done doing all that subsidy, I took it back to, like, I took it to half this thing of the original price. So that's my model. They subsidize where we can. So I don't think there's any other question. As a health personnel, which of the art skills will be profitable? So Bernard, Ngom, I'm not sure how to answer that question, because your profession is not the only thing I need to say. So when you say which of the art skills, the only one I can categorically say yes, it doesn't even matter what you do, is workplace professional skills. So when you now say which of the art skills, as a health personnel, two of the people I've worked with this year, one-on-one, to do their positioning thing. Lorinda is from DRC, that Democratic Republic of Congo. And Andrew, they are both health professionals. They are doing project management. So there is a lack of health project managers. So if you ask me, based on your work alone, I would say do project management, because there is need for health project managers. I can do the search for you right now. Health project manager. You will see flood of job. Can you see it? You will see flood. Like the kind of money that only you will be saying, yay, like see money, see money. Do you understand? There is job in health project management that pay good money, like good money. Let me, experience level. Okay, no, I don't want to show experience level. No, not program. I said projects. I was wondering why health project manager. Yeah. Health project manager. Reload it for me now. There's prospect for health project management. I was wondering why it was showing me 360 something. So when someone, initially last month we had program management, project management, and this thing. So when I was doing all this research on what do I want to launch out first in terms of what is out there, I said, no, it is project management over program. So I did projects first, and we are launching out with why. You see this health project manager in the United States alone, 45,000. 45,000. You are seeing money, 70K. Now let's click on it. It must be remote. Like you must be able to do it remotely. 3K. 3,000 open remote jobs with good money. 70K, 80K, 55K. All that. I'm just saying, do you understand? There's money in health project management. So that will be my thing to you. This is the same help I was at. Okay, I think I've answered that. So if you're an advocate always do well in a front end. When I say front end, people like they are the front end, they are not at the back end, just front end projects, front end, like people, you are forward facing. That's what I would say. As an advocate, you are forward facing. Advocate, you know how to do, people management and all those stuff. But advocates will do well in that regard. That's what my recommendation would be, projects. Okay, I think I've answered all your questions. 2.5 hours is what I promised, and we are right now at that mark. I hope with the knowledge and the clarity you have gained, you do well for yourself. Like when I say you do well for yourself, you take it, you run with it. If what you need is a specific art skill, go take it. But make sure you are not taking it for certification's sake. People ask me, is there certificate in this? I said, even if there is a certificate at the end of every program, you don't see me screaming it. Because me, if I do it, I'm just doing marketing. Like I will give the certificates, it's just marketing. Me, I know that is not what they want to see. So instead of me shouting, it is easy for me to sell it and tell you there's a certificate, but hello, who am I deceiving? when I know that that is not the most important thing when they are hiring? Why am I deceiving? So you can be sure that when you come here, I tell you as it is. You may not like it. It may not be what you are used to, but you'll be a better person from it. Because at least now you know that now only 5% I get, so let me quickly tie my belt and go and, on the journey. You will know. But it's not a different thing. I know that it's a life. I'll just be praying. I'll be hoping. I said, my sister, I will join you in the prayer, Seth. I will join you in the prayer. God will help you. Like the way my dad trained me, my dad would say, don't live in God's hands. What a human or what knowledge, not a human, what knowledge can help you solve. Like if you had knowledge, you could solve that. They say, don't leave it like it's annoying. You're abusing God. Like, why did they give you brain? Why did they give you knowledge? Why did they give you information? Why did they give you people? When you are trying to pray out skill, you don't have skill, you are praying it out. My friend, stand up and go and pay for the skill or go and acquire the skill, however it is you want to do it. But just go and gain it. Stop praying it out. Those are not the kind of prayers you pray. Okay? Don't pray it out. Walk it out. Someone is laughing. Nikki Bosch is laughing. Hope you can still pay. Yeah, you can pay tomorrow for the WFS. Nikki Bosch said, even with my 5%, now 5% I still. No, like, why I'm laughing? Why it's easy for me to relate with this. You can imagine being on a PhD program, you reach UK, brilliant student, 4.19, my master's, environmental chemistry. Like now you're brilliant pass and you realize you get to the UK and be like, Omo. The day I realized, I came to the realization, clarity and all that stuff. I sat down, I cried. I said, on top my PhD, like, then I said, anyhow, it's the day I wake up that is my morning. So I decided to re-engineer my own life in 2018. And I never looked back. I invested. There was a course I borrowed $700 to pay for. I did not have the money. I borrowed $700 to pay for it. Because why? I had done my gap. What I don't encourage people to do is to just go and be investing because they want to do, I would say, do gap analysis. What did I need? So when I realized what I needed, so the research I was investing in was that, let me find the person that has the experience in what I need. Not the certificates. Experience, then I paid them to learn. So it shortened my journey of building iTrain Africa because I had access to people that had gone on that journey before. There was no point in me wasting my time. I hate trial and error. So I shortened my process, which is why I told the other guy that, please, you can go to my curriculum. It will take a long time. Like if you feel like you have time, a year to do all the research, if you feel like that is what is going to pay you as against paying 37,625, you can go and do all the research. At some point, you'll probably figure it out. Do you understand? I always tell people that sometimes people say, don't worry, I have 1 year. I'll go and keep trying for 1 year. It's fine. So I always say, but if you're that person that say, let me collapse time. Let me go and find someone who knows it. Let me learn for 6 weeks and progress in my life. Then the program is for. Whichever one, at least you would have gained something from me. If you want to go and do research yourself, you at least know what to be looking out for. All these headings, you know what to be looking out for. So you can just keep searching. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you need a link to this, if you are watching on YouTube, you need a link to this, just go to courses. On my website, this is my website. I'll go to home. Go to home, go to courses on my website, and you would see this free workplace foundational skills program. If you click it, it will take you to this place that I've been showing you since, like it will take you there. And you can see all the curriculum. And the first 5 lessons, you can view it, the clarity module, you can view it. Like you can actually, if I play it now, it will play the first 5 lessons for clarity. is the installment payments option for WFS itself. I'm not sure what you are asking. Like, are you asking, like WFS right now is 37,625. Are you asking, Ayomide, I'm not sure what you're asking. You say, is it for WFS itself? Like, I'm not sure. Please, can you clarify your question? Like, is the GCP, WFS is Workplace Foundational Skills. So people want to take the GCP. GCP is Global Career Paths, this thing. And what does the GCP have? GCP has the soft skill program, that is WFS program, 6 weeks. It has another 6 weeks of hard skill. Do you understand? Then another 8 weeks of internship. So people are asking if they can split the money, 161, 625 or something like that, into, you know, I say, yes, there's 2-time installment, there's 3-time installment. So why? Because people want to take the soft skill program, hard skill program, then internship. Yes, can you start with the employability? See, all of them are, what is the employability skills? Employability skill is a combination of hard skill and soft skill. So employability skills is a combination of hard skill and soft skill. So workplace foundational is what people call soft skills program. Do you understand? That is what we call the remote workers program. The name of the course is workplace foundational skills. That's a soft skill program. Do you get it now? So this program is a soft skill program. Do you understand? That is the one that is 37. So if you pay 37,625, you will get access to the 6 weeks program, which, by the way, you will do assignment though. Let me show you. I will show you something. Give me a minute. Just in case you will do assignment. Do you understand me? I want to show you the real program, the back end of the real program, what it looks like. Give me a minute. Batch 1. I want to show you what their experience looks like. So when you get to the batch 1, in the online school, like this is the entire curriculum and their videos and everything. So under resources, you can see, I don't create program that you come and you not learn. You will submit assignments. There are 17 worksheets, quiz. You will do 3 lessons, you submit. You do this thing, then you will now come to a live workshop. So this was something I gave them for free. The CV I used to apply for my UN job, the cover letter I used to apply for it, the personality text and the link to, you know, the YouTube, LinkedIn. So these are links. When I created, I was just teaching them on module. I taught them all that CV cover letter in module 6. That's when I call it the selling module, meaning how do you sell yourself to the world? Through your personal brand on LinkedIn, through your CV, through your cover letter, through reaching out, you know, things like that. I call it the selling module. All the skills you've learned, how do you now sell it? Because at the end of the day, it's global employability. How do you sell it? So that's the idea, which is I said, I combine everything you would need at the foundational level, aside the title skill, which is the hard skill, into the WFS. That's what I did and gave it to you. So that is what is here. Like people will do quiz. They will submit. They will come on live project. They will submit. If you want to learn how this program works, just go to our informational page, this page here. Please sit down and digest it. iTrain Africa Skilled for Work, informational. That's the URL. Moina, please drop it again. Sit down, take 10 minutes, read through it, how the program works. We have onboarding on June 3rd. On 2 weeks after that, we have the first live project. This is this one for the next batch. No. We have these people now, they had April 2nd onboarding, they had the next live workshop on Moina. Where is that thing? I can't find it. That's particular, is it on our informational page? It should be there somewhere. So please just take time to go through the informational page. I spent my time last week explaining how the program works. All right. So an online assessor will assess your quiz at the end of every week. Then we have a Telegram group and a WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp is just to announce. We only used to have a Telegram group, but we realized that people are not opening their Telegram. So they miss announcements. So we open a WhatsApp. So any announcement, we don't interact on WhatsApp. The only thing that they drop there is announcement. So any announcement they make on Telegram, they also drop it on that announcements group on WhatsApp. But the interaction takes place on WhatsApp. So on the WhatsApp group, we have 4 sub-channels. We have on the group you will be added. You have the interaction, tech support, wins and celebration, that is testimonial, and you have the announcements. So in the announcement, why? People are busy. 80% of people that take our program, they're already working professionals. Do you understand? So if you come at the end of the day, you go to the announcement channel, the only thing that will be there is announcements. So if that is the only thing you want, you get the announcement of the day. So on the tech support, it's always like, I cannot get into my online school. I cannot log in, all those kind of things. Then on interaction is where you're interacting with your peers or you're asking general questions. So another element we incorporated is accountability partner. We pair people up on week 3 to deliver. Like I said, I designed an Harvard standard program. This is the way programs are designed internationally. All the elements. Then you submit your assignment on Google Classroom, not Telegram. When you get into the academy, your assignment on Moodle, and we have a schedule. I'm a very organized person. So if you want to, yes, I'm a very organized person. We have a schedule, like it's on Google, this thing, where let me find it so that you see what I'm talking about. You don't have to follow it, but it is a guide. So they have access to this schedule. Like week 1, what should I be learning? With 1 hour a day, we tell you, take this on day 1. If all you have is 1 hour when you are going to work, you have guide on what should I be learning today? What should I be learning tomorrow? What should I be learning next tomorrow? So beyond, I think one of the interesting part is when people get on the program and they're like, this is a learning experience. Like they are more thrilled about the learning experience than even at the beginning, even the content, like when they get to the onboarding session, they are very thrilled about the entire learning system. And that is why my being an educator comes in. Like I design programs based on global standard of education. Can I use Android? There are some assignments flow that you cannot use Android to do. What example of that assignment? I have to watermark a document. You cannot watermark a document on your phone. That assignment, you cannot do it on your phone. There is a place I taught them Miro. Miro is an app. This is Miro. Miro is a collaborative work tool. If you want to work remotely, it's a collaborative work tool. So I taught them Miro in module 3. And how do I use it on my team? I use it to do, like this particular board you are looking at is content creation. So as of last week, I sat down with my content team. Do you understand? To strategize for the entire content. If you look well, can you see June 24 to June 29? As of last week, content that will go up till the last week of June, I've been strategized and put on this board. Do you understand? And I have people that in my content team that are not even here. So if you look at my Miro board, you'll be seeing something like Dami. This. Why? I don't have to talk to Dami. I don't have to talk to them. I don't have to talk to them. They come here to the Miro board. I need to Dami on Monday. Someone else is developing this content on Monday. This one is so, and I tag it. So when I tell you that, even if you have worked 20 years, what I will teach you, you don't know it. I wasn't joking. I wasn't joking when I said, even if you work 20 years, what I will teach you, most likely you don't know it. You're welcome. So on that note, there's an application I'm filling. Like I said, we run a social enterprise. The money people pay us is not enough to cover our overhead. So I need to go and fill a grant application, and it's closing today. So I really need to go like right now. Yeah, but if it's a question you can ask on this thing, but like, let me just use 1 minute, please. Unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, ma. For the pro, do we still have the targeted date for June 22 to pay for the 161K, or does that one have another date?
So what you must have paid before June 22 is that 75,000, like combination, like 75,000. Is it 625 or something like that? Like,
okay.
You must have paid the money that covers the UFS and the flex before that June 22.
Okay, the balance will not change.
July 20.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
July 20.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. I wanted to confirm.
By June 20. Yeah.
Okay,
ma'am. Thank you so much for coming to get clarity, and I hope you really use it and tell people about SFW. At the end of the day, like I said, every of my clients right now, even those that are paying me, like I said, you know what? Tell someone in your country that is in charge of the curriculum of the university. That is our target. We need to reach 10 million people by 2030. So if you're in this room, you work with government, invite us to your room. Let's have that discussion on how they are training 10,000 people, how they are training 20,000 people. I'm having discussions already. I spoke with someone at the World Bank already. Say, oh, you should be investing in doing millions of people. So yeah, like I'm doing everything I can, because at the end of the day, I created this Global Employability Academy for Africa. Not just one person, 2 people, 10 people. We need to all the Africans who are skilled and employable globally. We've been silent for too long. We all need to go global together. So please do someone a favor, forward them the Brochure link, forward the link, replay of this, tell them that you found light to them to come and invest in themselves for upskilling. Thank you so much. You'll get a decent laptop for the remote job. Here I come. I like that spirit flow. That is the spirit, okay? And it doesn't have to be expensive. My laptop I'm currently streaming with, I typically get it for fairly, what's it called? London use. That's what they call it. Like there's someone that when I was working with in Unilag, he used to come and supply us in the departments. And so when I started iTrain Africa, he supplied all my London use this thing, and it is like how much, like none of them were above 170K. So, and they are strong Core i5, Core i, this one I'm using is Core i7 and all that. No, I don't know. Like when I say, if you say, no, I'm just saying it, not because, how do I explain? If someone, because people come to my WhatsApp and come and start asking me for his contact, I say, I will give you his contact because I know him way back from Unilag. He's a good person, but no, as in there's a disclaimer of blah, blah, no. There's a disclaimer on top of the person. Let me just say, like, there's a disclaimer because I'm not running that business. I'm just saying me. That is what I use and is the person I have patronized since I started iTrain Africa. That is all I'm saying to you. So before, in case you want to come and meet me on WhatsApp, I would like to give you his number, yes, but I don't want to hear Dr. A, Mr. Dotun something. Do you understand? I don't want to hear that. Is he a trusted person? Yes, but I always put disclaimer on things before you say, I'm not selling you laptop. No, I'm not selling you laptop at all. So thank you so much. And you can unmute yourself if you would like to. If you would like to unmute yourself, you can unmute yourself. So on that note, have an amazing week ahead. And happy Children's Day to all of us that see children. Bye.